How's it going, everybody? Tristan Powell here. Today in this video we're talking about investing in crude oil. Let's get to it. So, I'm sure you've heard about the negative oil prices and the huge build in supply that is happening currently. What day is this? April 21st, 2020. So, you already know what's happening. There's 1,000 other YouTube videos out there about that right now. So I'm going to make this part of the video very quick. All right, so this is some basic economics. Just going to breeze through this. Price, quantity. Red is your demand, blue is your supply. This is a chart at equilibrium. This could have been oil 2 months ago, or something. It could have been close to this 2 months ago. Now, with COVID-19, the demand for oil in the world has fallen off the rail. So I'm going to do a line representing the new demand. So this is the new demand for oil. You see, supply never went down. So the new equilibrium is now here. The price, new price has gone down. Basic economics, quick stuff. So I don't invest directly into oil. And it's not because of any political reasons or anything. I make money when I can see money. It's because when I was a kid, I invested a lot of money into oil and I lost a lot of money. Because of the way oil moves, it's very rapid and it can be affected by political events very easily. Like Donald Trump, every time he tweets something about oil, watch out. So I changed the way I invest in the sector. So the most direct way to play oil is, one, go buy/get a barrel of oil, since they're giving them away now. Keep it in your backyard and then sell it 2 months later or whenever the price of oil picks up. Number two is oil futures. You can take advantage of buying oil futures using the ETF USO. If you don't know what ETFs are, I'm going to link my video for what are ETFs in the description below, because we're going to talk a little bit more about ETFs as we go through this video. The third is to invest in energy sector ETFs. Instead of just investing in single companies in the energy sector, because they may move on more than just the price of oil, they may move on the company growing or a cut of a dividend, etc. So if you invest in a sector ETF that holds a whole bunch of oil companies, then those oil companies usually move up in value when the price of oil moves up. Therefore, if you got a whole basket of them instead of just one, you're going to guarantee get a 100%, well, not 100%, but a very close movement to the price of oil. So here are some good sector oil ETFs. So you have XOP, IXC, and PXE. These are all broad sector oil ETFs for the United States. And ZEO it's actually by BMO Bank ETF. It's a Canadian version of XOP. So if you want a really direct approach to the oil industry, invest in the sector ETF, the futures, or go out and buy a barrel of oil. My investing in the sector is very different. See, one of the fundamentals of my investing strategy is price makers, not price takers. So let's take Netflix, for example. Netflix can charge whatever it wants for its monthly subscription fee. Some prices are going to make them lose customers, and some prices won't be able to cover all their expenses. But they do have control of taking the price to whatever they want. Oil companies don't have that advantage. They have to take whatever the price of oil is at that moment in time. Let's take ConocoPhillips, for example. ConocoPhillips is one of the largest oil companies in the United States, and it is the largest pure play oil company in the world. Pure play meaning just oil, no natural gas, no green energy, no nothing, just oil. ConocoPhillips is getting really hit hard by this because there's no diversification. They have to take the price of oil at whatever the price of oil is, whatever the price of WTI is. WTI meaning Western Texas Intermediary. So with my investing strategy being the way it is, it really limits the different things I can invest in the oil sector. So my investing possibilities in the oil sector are limited, but not impossible. One of my largest holdings in my income portfolio, that's the one, is a company called Enbridge. Maybe you heard of it. They make the news once in a while. Enbridge is a pipeline company. They don't produce oil. They don't make oil. They don't take oil out of the ground. That's not them. The producers of oil, like ConocoPhillips and Suncor and Shell, they pay companies like Enbridge to move their oil for them. I like Enbridge more than the other pipeline companies just because they have the largest amount of pipelines. They have 25% of all the pipelines in North America. Enbridge is also traded on the New York Stock Exchange and the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol ENB. Enbridge is nice because it fits into my price maker, not price taker strategy. Enbridge itself gets to decide how much it's going to cost for the oil to move through their pipelines, not some other external factor. So Enbridge is one way I play the oil industry. The second way I would play the oil industry, that I'm not doing at the moment, I don't own any of these two stocks, but these are some other ways I would play it. Through Shell, the Royal Dutch Shell, RDS.A on the New York Stock Exchange, and Suncor, SU on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange. I like these two companies just because they're massive. They're some of the biggest oil companies in the world, but something more, they're both well diversified, meaning they don't just get their money from oil, they get it from green energies and they also get it from natural gas. So they can pull money from the other two places while oil's in a slump. Oil is the biggest part of their income though, so still have to be careful. They sit on mountains of cash though. These are very cash rich companies, so they can last several months without any good oil prices. So, and during these bad times, these companies will often go out and make acquisitions of companies that don't have a lot of cash for bad times, and then they will acquire them for good prices. So that's it for this video. I hope you found some information useful. Remember to like and subscribe. I hope you stay happy, stay healthy. Good luck investing, and I'll see you in the next video.
The truth.